2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Rockets taking on the Wizards. For Houston, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection, the unspoken bond that yields victory. Wizards, Rockets, coming up next, right after this. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a whole season still ahead of us, but it's well worth seeing how the updated power rankings shake out. Look at Cleveland. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And with where Washington is, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Our great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center. And for the Wizards, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Bryant is out there with Mahinmi. And it's Miles in at the small forward position. Here's Wall. Down low, it's stolen by Capella. Harden with it. He's picked up by Wall. Gordon with no one around. That one, no good. And it's Washington the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now here's Westbrook. His last outing, he had 18 points. Capella trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback.
Well, Capella's tenacity is so impressive. I mean, he's got an unlimited abundance of energy when it comes to offensive rebound.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 31-point game against San Antonio.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Westbrook. He gets that one.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Wall. And Bryant kicks to Beal. Wall looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Good. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Westbrook with a wide open look. Houston gets it back. pass to Harden for the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
Wall against Westbrook to the inside, and it's blocked by Gordon. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Now, here's Miles. Outside, Beal. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And that was one of those gritty wins. I mean, they struggled in a lot of areas, but the fight was never in doubt, and that's one reason why they were able to pull it out.
It's a team game, and that's what you have to do as a team. Sometimes you're going to be off your A game, and you still have to find a way to get the win.
They grabbed their own miss. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Boy, he's a powerful presence with great length. Capella can make things happen inside for sure.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And with Clint Capella, it's easy to see what an important piece of this team he is.
Yeah, it really is, guys, because when he's off the floor, there's a clear difference in how his team plays. I mean, he fits in so well and gives the Rockets exactly what they need, finishing at the rim out of pick and rolls, and then a terrific rim protector as well.
Now, here's Wall. Outside, Beal. Back to Wall. Bryant up top, guarded by Tucker. The Wizards with another miss. Rockets leading by 6. Outside Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense.
Oh!
Mercy, mercy me.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Bryant with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now Westbrook. Over the Wall. Rebound by Mahinmi.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Beal's shot is good.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Goes up on the wing. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Bryant finds Beal to the middle. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Harden, and the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 7 points.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Wizards trail by 4. Beal, the pass to Mahinmi. Miles dishes to Mahinmi. Back to Miles. And then C.J. Miles with the dunk.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. On the wing, Harden. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Now it's take a look at the most efficient scores in the NBA from last year's campaign. And you look at Capella, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Thomas Bryant, also someone that shoots at such a high percentage, top 5 in the league.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Mahinmi kicks to Beal, just 5 to shoot. Washington needs to get a shot off here from 17 feet out. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Beal. Back to Wall. Mahinmi trying to get open. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Harden finds Westbrook. Ring shot on the way. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Washington calls timeout. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Wagner, good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Rockets leading by 4. Outside Westbrook. Shoots it, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Here's Thomas. The shot, no good. So Houston will take it the other way. Smith against Cephalosha. The kick out to Westbrook. Offline with his 3.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The shot's good from Jerebko. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Thomas passes to Bertens. Here's Smith. Over Rivers. Rebounded by Jerebko.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Thomas against Westbrook. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Inside, it's stolen by Smith. To the inside, here's Wagner, and that one is hammered home.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They're leading by 8. Rebound by the Wizards.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. Smith outside. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the triple. And now it's only a 5-point Houston lead.
And when Smith is feeling it, he's not going to hesitate when he has the ball. I mean, he really is able to keep the defense off balance and somewhat surprised when he goes up with that shot as quick as he did there.
And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smith's got 5 now.
And when Smith gets the ball in the open floor, you're cooked, done. I mean, his decision-making is exquisite.
1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Rivers. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Thomas kicks to Bertans to the right side. Hachimura the pass to Wagner. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Rockets leading by 3. Lobbed up there for Chandler. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
Thomas outside. He can't get it to go. The Rockets go the other way with it. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Daniel House has checked in for Houston. Houston's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Westbrook with it. 8 points for him. Here's the 3. No good that time, but they recover it. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. One of the premier point guards in the NBA, John Wall, knows his reputation will be defined in the postseason.
My season wouldn't mean nothing to me if I don't make the playoffs. I feel like it's a waste. I love my individual accolades, but I'm more about the team. And if my team can't get in there, that means I didn't do a great job of leading these guys this year.
Well, that's the mindset you have to have.
You know, individual accolades are great, but team success is what it comes down to.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Jonas Jerebko out there with Chandler. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's House in at the small forward.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Smith with the ball.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And, you know, Smith, the former Demon Deacon, he's a savvy veteran whose passing and shooting really can frustrate opponents.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Westbrook, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside, because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Rivers passes to Westbrook. Over Smith. That one a little long.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And for Isaiah Thomas, Clark, who has battled so many injuries the past couple years, you just hope he stays healthy.
Kevin, you're right on both counts. Clearly, you'd love to see this little fella healthy because he was dynamic and explosive and highly productive when he was. He certainly has missed a lot of time recently, and even when he has been on the court, it typically was right after an injury or a surgery. So let's hope he can be healthy because he's one of the more entertaining players in the league to watch.
That free throw, no good. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. No luck that time either. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons. Greg battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
Here's Bertanis. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Berton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Here is Harden. He's got 9. Three-pointer. Hachimura grabs the miss. And the Wizards with possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Rivers finds Harden. And Jerebko has it in the corner. Off target from outside. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Hachimura. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And the first one at the line is good. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Here's Washington now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Wall, that's good. Wall's got 10 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Rockets trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harden the pass to Rivers. Back to Harden. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Wizards. Mahinmi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hachimura. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Lob pass to Capella. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And, you know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Hachimura.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Bradley Beal? Coming off a terrific season, 11th in scoring, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. And Beal about a 25, 5-5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Count that one.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Wall against Rivers. Baseline jumper. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Wall. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Beal. Good D by Harden. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Rivers. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Don't let Gordon shoot it. Come get it. Come get it.
Rebound by the Wizards. They've led by as many as 11 points. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Wizards?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Free throw no good for Capella.
And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
And now here comes Wall leading the break. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Wall. Bryant's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on John Wall. And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Rockets trail by 9. Wall with the steal. And Wall with the slam.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Rivers. And Tucker kicks to Harden. And the pass to Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
A free throw good from Eric Gordon. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And both free throws good for Gordon. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Well, it's no secret that the Rockets are looking to take threes as often as possible. Over 45 a game last year.
Well, you think about the Rockets, and clearly they're the forerunners of the analytics application in how they play. Well over half their shots last season from three-point range. Broke their own record last year in three-point attempts.
It's Harden with the drive. Count it. Harden's got 11 points.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Miles the pass to Beal. They double team Beal. Back to Miles. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Rockets trail by 10. Harden surveying the D. Here's the floater. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. They double team Beal. And stolen by Cephalosha. Wide open. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Beal. Pass to Mahinmi. Miles controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 12-point Wizards lead.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
They get it back. And the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Outside, Wall. Down low, here's Miles. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Gordon. Again, the Rockets score.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Picking up his 2nd foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Wagner, he's checked in for Mahinmi. And Davis Bertans subbed in for Bryant. And so he makes both from the line.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Wall against Westbrook. And Miles kicks to Beal. They double team Beal. Stolen by Gordon. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Smith comes in for Bradley Beal. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Thomas kicks to Bertans. Back to Thomas. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Clark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports. Chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success. And, you know, guys, you look at the Rockets, they've been in the midst of a great championship window. A lot of teams have been trying to avoid going for titles against the Warriors. The Rockets have been in win-now mode, very aggressive in trying to get to the top.
And the second free throw, good. And Clark, you have to admire the Rockets for not shying away from the challenge of keeping up with a great team like Golden State.
Yeah, I have great respect for the Rockets, guys, because they've come as close as any team in the West to knocking off the Warriors. You know, they took them to a Game 7 and also had a chance in last season's playoffs when KD was injured. I think you've got to admire their competitive spirit and not backing down.
Right, you're right, Clark. Shot clock at 5. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And, you know, the attitude of Thomas is aggressive and assertive, and he does not let good defense dissuade him.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter. Wizards leading by 8. Now here's Thomas. His last outing, he had 8 points. Kicks to Smith. Cephalosha against Miles. The 3 from Bertans. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 14.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Bertans. Right wing. Thomas outside. No good on that one. Great D that time from Westbrook. Gordon kicks to Jerebko. Over Thomas. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook. Thomas passes to Bertans. No good on the 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 3 assists. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Wizards leading by 4. Beal and Miles out on the perimeter. Mahimi is out there with Bryant, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
For Washington, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
To the middle, here's Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
And that's a nice assist from Wall, scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Rockets trail by 7. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
From the Wizards, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Passes it to Beal. Back to Wall. And Mahimi has it in the corner. Outside, Wall. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Bryant from 12 feet out. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Bryant finds Wall. Back to Bryant. Shoots over Tucker. The shot's good from Bryant. Bryant's got 7 points in the game.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Here's Westbrook. Wall with a block. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Saturday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside, Beal. In the corner, Miles with it. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
You know, the craftiness of Miles really puts the defense in a bind whenever he's going up for the shot.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
The former second-round pick Miles is a very dependable role player, somebody you can count on to light it up and get it going from downtown.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Rockets trail by 8. Now Westbrook. He's got 19. Right side, Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Westbrook. Launches a 3. They get it again. Capella. And the rejection by Mahimi. Wizards leading by 8. Unloads from 13. And there's Bradley Beal on the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Capella. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the shot goes in. Hachimura's got 6.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Rockets trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Capella, and he lays it straight in. 14 points for him.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Greg, I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
The pass to Westbrook. From deep. Westbrook missing again.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Here's Hachimura. He has 6. To the paint. Here's Mahimi. And finish off by Bryant. Bryant's got the lead up to 12 now for Washington. And it's Houston's ball. Westbrook scanning the floor. Westbrook missing again.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Mahimi with the stuff.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Wizards making a switch here. Smith is checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Back to Capella. He dishes it to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. It's stolen by Wall.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Beal can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 14. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
To the middle. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rivers against Wall. And here's Rivers. He has 5. Here's Capella. Rivers trying to get open. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Rivers. Rivers has got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside, Wall. Dishes to Beal. Smith the pass to Mahimi. It's rebounded by Houston. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
And Harden with the stuff.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Wizards leading by 12. Outside, Wall. Bryant up top. Down low. Here's Smith. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And 12 points for Smith.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Rivers with it. Floats one, and the rejection by Mahimi. Capella dishes to Rivers. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Stolen by Harden. Rivers gets a wide open look, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Rivers has got 7. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
For the Wizards, Mo Wagner's checked in for Mahinmi. Davis Bertans comes in for Thomas Bryant, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for John Wall. The Rockets also changing it up. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and Tavo Cephalosha subbed in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Down by 12. Basket good. Harden's got 19 points. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Cephalosha passes to Harden, and it's good, 2 points. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. James Harden is second, fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
And the first one drops. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Houston. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Houston now. They're on a 14-5 run. That's to Jerebko. Harden outside. The tray. Bertans grabs the board. Wizards leading by 7. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Now here's Rivers. He has 7. Harden right side. Wide open look. And Wagner pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Beal the pass to Bertans. Here's Wagner. He's guarded by Rivers. Wagner, good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
.139 left to play here in the third. Harden against Smith. Here's the 3. Another miss by Harden.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Rivers against Thomas. Smith outside. This one for 3. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Bertans. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bertans got 9 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Rivers. Back to Jerebko. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cephalosha has the open look. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Beal with it. He's against Jerebko. Here's Thomas. Bertans finds Smith. The 3. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. That shot off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Wizards out front. They lead by 13. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Rockets trail by 13. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Jonas Jerebko out there with Chandler, and it's Westbrook in at the point.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Back to Thomas. It's stolen by Jerebko. They push it up 4 on 3. Harden with it. Now Beal defending. It's good on the putback. Chandler's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
First one falls for him. And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. That one is no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Looking to get it going. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Westbrook's got 21 in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Bertans kicks to Thomas. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Here's Gordon. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Here's Thomas. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Wagner passes to Beal. Here's Wagner from outside the arc. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Harden now, top of the key. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Thomas dishes to Beal. Thomas against Westbrook. There's the pass to Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. And Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
John Wall's checked in for Washington. Miles. And the shot is long.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Mahimi's checked in for Wagner. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Tucker's checked in. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got 8 rebounds in this game. Can they get it? And Miles with the lay-in. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Outside Westbrook. Over Wall. That misses off the backboard.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And that one drops for him.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Wizards leading by 5. Outside, Wall. Passes to Beal. Wizards passing it around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella. That free throw good from Mahinmi. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Rockets trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's the lob to Harden. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Beal from deep three-point land. And again, Washington no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Gordon dishes to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Wizards. Miles has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, you know.
That's how you attack.
Wow. Oh, man. my. Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
For 3, Westbrook. Rebound, Washington. Mahinmi's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Beal's shot is good. And it's an 11-point Wizards lead.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Wizards.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Rockets trail by 11. For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by John Wall.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Gordon against Miles. And it's sent back by Bryant. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Four on the clock. Here's Gordon. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
You know, we're used to seeing this kind of efficiency from Capella, but he's scoring with volume, too. That's impressive.
And Wall kicks to Beal. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Beal. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And that one misses.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Rockets trail by 13. Now Harden. Lets it go with a three. Offensive rebound. Eric Gordon on the wing, covered by Wall. Clock at 6. The three. Westbrook, no good.
Well, another Tim Cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember. Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on John Wall.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Wizards leading by 15. Here's Miles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Free throw good, Miles. And Miles drops them both. Rockets trail by 17. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Wall passes to Mahimi. The feed now to Bryant. Stolen by Tucker. And for Houston, they're shooting 43% for the game. Here's Westbrook. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Beal against Harden. Beal dishes to Bryant. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Back to Westbrook. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Capella, and it's sent back by Bryant. Harden against Beal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beal's got 14 points now in the second half.
Hey, right here.
Here's Westbrook. Over the Wall. A second chance effort. Kept alive. And the dunk by Capella.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Inside. And Beal kicks to Mahimi. Shoots over Capella. The shot by Mahimi, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional, Kevin, at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Now the pass to Bryant. Nice ball movement by Washington. Myers. The Wizards with another miss. Rockets trail by 12. Takes a 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Eric Gordon. That's now 32 points for James Harden. Beal with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and Beal kicks to Wall. Shoots over Tucker. Wall's shot is off, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And, you know, one of the things you admire most about Clint Capella is that he plays to his strengths. He doesn't do stuff that he can't do. An athletic big man who, in that way, is similar to DeAndre Jordan. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And Wall with the slam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Harden against Beal. Jacks up a 3. Harden, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Miles against Gordon. Miles the pass to Mahimi. And Beal kicks to Wall. 5 to shoot. Mahimi finds Miles. No good on the triple. Rockets trail by 10. Lets it go. Another miss by Houston. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Washington.
And, guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Wall.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Out to the right wing. Releases. And good. He nails it. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
Houston making some changes. 12 seconds left in the game. Here's the break for 3, Westbrook. Rebounded by the Wizards. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 6. Just 4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Look, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
They get it back from deep. Missed. And so Washington takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks, and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.